You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
I can't see me. This is very weird. This is very weird. Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. I don't know what's going on today with my streaming software, but all I see is the first frame of the opening, the show opening. So weird. Maybe we'll just do this live stream blind. If you all give me the thumbs up that you can see and hear. Okay. Great. Oh. It's so weird. So weird. All right, whatever. We're just going for it. We're just letting it happen. It's that kind of day today. So let's talk about it. Today's energy is 2/2/3/2023, which is really cool if you ask me. Again, let me know if there's any like weird glitches happening as you're watching. Okay, the sound cut out a little bit, but I'm good now. It's a co-creation. Hopefully the stream catches up with me. Oh, it sounded like an alien invasion. Good, good. Love that. Well, speaking of alien invasion, I kind of was curious. 2/2/3/2023. So we have the repeating 2/2/3. And I'm literally just Googling this right now to see kind of what message wants to come through. But let's see. Sacred Scribe angelnumbers.blogspot.com says angel number 223 is made up of a blend of the attributes of 2 and 3. Angel 223 is a message from your angels and the ascended masters that they are fully supporting and encouraging you on your life path. Stay positive. Do not allow any negative energies or feelings to hinder or obstruct you. Push through any negative emotions with the knowledge that you are on your divine life path and all is going to divine plan. A positive attitude will reap positive results. I love that the word push came through because that is the word that has really been feeling like it's calling out to me today. So kind of pushing through obstacles. The Aries moon brings that fiery push as well. Yeah, and Katie's feeling it. Good morning. Aries moon feels extra fiery for me today. I think transiting Venus is squaring my natal Chiron. Oof. Okay. All right. That is a little fiery, isn't it? Hopefully you're able to see the comments too, because again, I don't know what the heck is going on with this streaming software. Coming back to the numerology though, Corby says it's a number 5 day, a number 5 day. Heard it was a day of change. Yeah, 5. It's like the midpoint between 0 and 9, right? So it's where we feel that shift in numerology. Ooh, Rachel keeps hearing that same message today. Also pay attention to the wisdom. Really pay attention and listen without judgment. Yeah, feeling all of this, feeling definitely that push, that change, and the Aries moon is supporting it. So before we get a check on the current energy, I also just want to acknowledge the Pisces that were born today. If you are a Pisces, if you know someone celebrating a birthday today, give them a shout out in the comments so we can send some love to them too. But Emily Blunt, Dakota Fanding, and Outstanding. What is with my speech today? Emily Blunt, Dakota Fanning, and Niecy Nash are all Pisces. W.E.B. Du Bois also. Let's see. Anyone else popping out to you? Josh Gad, Frozen, and also other movies, right? D'Angelo Russell, Aziz Ansari is a Pisces.
Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
And Skylar Gray. All right, she's a musician.
Look at the stars. The great
Happy
kings
birthday,
of the past
Pisces.
look down
What
on us
the
from those
heck?
stars. So whenever you feel alone,
Okay. Am I back? I just figured out a way to troubleshoot that if it happens again. But what in the world is going on today? What the heck? Okay. I don't know where it cut me off, but apparently the universe didn't care about today's birthdays. So, hi, I can see myself now. I can see the comments. Thanks for hanging with me. I have no idea what that was all about, but we're back on track. And also, I just realized I didn't update this. So I'm talking about like 223, 223, and it says 222. You know, it's just one of those days today. I'm going to be honest with you. I almost decided not to live stream today, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come. I'm going to check in, do a quick chat about the Aries moon. The universe is like, what the heck? I don't know. Adding in the fire. Heard the birthdays, just an added extra flair. Okay. Well, let's get into the energy then. Now that we're all together, we're all on the same page. The sun is in Pisces. The moon is making its final transits in Aries. That's really all we're talking about today is the Aries moon. And I'm also realizing I didn't update any of the text here. So you're going to have to bear with me as I update it throughout the show today. And the ticker on the bottom is yesterday's transits, but that's okay. We're definitely still feeling a lot of those main transits from yesterday because really all that's happening today is what's going on with the Aries moon. So it's the waxing crescent moon, definitely feeling that push as we talked about. The ball is rolling. We're feeling the momentum. Even in this waxing crescent phase, there's just that urge to like go and take action, start moving, right? Overnight, I'm curious if anyone had restless sleep or woke up with a lot of mental activation. I know I had a lot of very active dreams. Overnight, the moon connected with Mars and Mercury all around the same time, 1-2 a.m. So actually, let me jump back here and show you what that looks like because it makes a cute little triangle for us. You can see it here. Let's see, the moon connecting with Mars and Mercury, all very supportive connections. And with the support to Mercury, it feels like our mindset is definitely activated by the Aries moon. And then with the sextile to Mars, just in general, energy feels heightened. So this, again, was overnight for most of us, but maybe you woke up feeling that push, that energy, that mental activation, that motivation for when the connection between the moon and Mercury and Mars was happening or as we were pulling away from it. Rachel's feeling that way too. I will touch on this in just a moment because Rachel and I have very similar charts. Oh, JD, you are so welcome. Today is the first day I set an alarm to come see you. Thank you for being here. Just confirmation that this live stream was supposed to happen. I love that Rose is like, I slept so well. All the fire is working very well for Rose. It's totally playing into the dominance in her chart, the fiery grand trine in her chart. And this is a great point to talk about. Yeah, we have this Aries moon, this push, this motivation, this energy that we're working with throughout the day today. After that connection overnight, the moon is really quiet until late tonight. So let's just tap into the current energy. The moon is in Aries. But rather than being like, okay, there's a lot of fire to work with, there's a lot of motivation to work with, I invite you to look at where 15 to 20, 25 degrees of Aries falls in your chart. Because that's the area of your life that's going to be activated. And that's how we can apply the current transits to our own unique blueprints, right? So we know Rose has a stellium in Aries. Her Jupiter is in Aries. She is like loving the Aries moon, feeling good, it's activating her in all these positive ways. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a Sag moon, not an Aries moon, but you're having like positive connections from your moon to the moon. It feels good for Rose. For those of us who are Virgo risings, like Rachel and myself, the Aries moon is activating our 8th house. And that's part of the reason why I was like, I'm feeling a little icky today. Like, I don't know if I want to live stream. The 8th house is all about what lies beneath, kind of doing some shadow work, getting into the deeper mysteries of what's going on emotionally. So I just want to encourage you to take these transits one step further and take a look at where the Aries moon is moving through your chart, especially on a day like today where we're only talking about the Aries moon. It's a welcome invitation to hone in on what area of your life is being illuminated by the moon. What area of your life are you feeling that push or maybe that activation or that momentum in with the waxing crescent moon in Aries? Yeah, Nikki was feeling the restless sleep but deep dreams. I had very active dreams too. Didn't sleep well, Rachel says. Still exhausted, but it's okay. I'm starting to slowly gain momentum, leaning into that patience with myself. Yeah. And something else that came through today was just acknowledging, like, okay, I know the moon is in my 8th house. I know that doesn't feel good. And just saying, I'm not feeling great today is super powerful. It created just a release for me, at least, that was like, okay, I acknowledged how I feel and now I can move forward. So maybe something that might help for you too, if you're feeling a little agitated or restless from the Aries moon. Corby had some interesting dreams. Of course you did. My son was talking in his sleep, woke me up, got some good insights. That mental activation with the moon and Mercury, that was playing out probably around 3, 4, 5 a.m. for you, Corby. And Mars too, really creating some bold energy, especially Mars and Gemini creates a lot of mental activation. So I'm not surprised our resident dreamer had active dreams. Up with my kids last night with this stomach bug, working through my house, going for a walk, getting so stir crazy. That is not a fun way that the moon and Mercury connecting expressed in your house. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. Sending you lots of healing and love. Oh, transiting Mars is exact on my Chiron and conjunct my ascendant. Mars on the ascendant. It's like, okay, let's go. We're evolving. Here we go. A push for evolution here. Starting a new chapter. Maybe starting a new chapter of healing with Chiron right there for you. Jupiter returns. So the Aries moon is connecting with your Jupiter. Love that for you. Yes, Aries squares Capricorn. So also squaring the Uranus-Neptune conjunction in most of our charts. Thank you for pointing that out, because right now, currently, the moon is at, let's see, this was from last night. The moon is at 22 degrees. So I'm definitely feeling that. If you have anything right around the 20-degree mark of Capricorn, Cancer, or Libra, you might be feeling more tension with the Aries moon today too. So again, just a reminder that we're all activated differently by these transits. And what we talk about, yes, we go deep into what's going on, but you know yourself best, you know your chart best, and you know how these energies are impacting you the most strongly, right? Virgo moon, feeling the tension for sure, hoping my walk pushes me through this energy. Yeah, taking it easy today. My act is to not act, but do things my way. Love that. Sending healing and love to Katie. Absolutely. So that was overnight. Now let's talk about what's happening tonight. And just, we're going to do this quickly, not just because the moon is in Aries, but because I'm running a little behind today on my schedule. So we're going to get through it quickly. Tonight, the moon connects with Saturn around 9 p.m. Pacific and then squares Pluto in Capricorn. Speaking of Aries squaring Capricorn, right around 11 p.m. or midnight. So here we go. We'll just jump ahead to the end of the day here and you'll see the moon. This is the moon at 29 degrees. You know how I feel about that anaretic degree, that 29th degree. Another restless late night is definitely possible. So the moon will form a sextile to Saturn. In this case, Saturn is really helping us come to our senses, be mature, be responsible, kind of pump the brakes on the momentum of the Aries moon. But in that slowdown, Saturn feels like that force. It's like, hey, slow your roll. In that slowdown, we're going to feel the full effects of this square between the Aries moon and Pluto and Capricorn, both at the 29th degree. It feels like power struggles are possible. Shadows surfacing. With Saturn there, doubts and worries can come up and can kind of snowball into like full-blown expressions of our shadow self. There's nothing wrong with our shadow self, right? Like, our shadow is part of us, but sometimes the shadow shows up in a really intense way, especially when the moon is squaring Pluto. So fiery little bouts of emotion could lead to full-blown battles. Our most intense feelings can really suddenly surface when the moon at the 29th degree comes into this square with Pluto. And this square to Pluto also feels like, sorry, I'm looking outside and there's like this little piece of white something floating. It's very ethereal. When our shadows surface, there's this tendency to control or manipulate to avoid feeling discomfort. And so that's where power struggles can come in. That's where explosive emotions can come up. That's where things can get a little tricky and a little sticky. And at the 29th degree, there's just this air of restlessness. Like, we need to do something about the discomfort. And sometimes the action we take is manipulative or is, just anger. Like, I just feel like anger could come up late tonight. So having a healthy outlet for that is going to be really important. And I think truly what overall message is coming through for me today, and I always trust that whatever's coming up for me is coming up to, at least during the live streams, be shared with you all, is witnessing our emotions, witnessing, I feel angry right now. That's irritating me right now. I'm feeling uncomfortable and I want to control the situation. That doesn't mean we act on that, but just acknowledging it, as we were talking about, I don't feel good. Like, that can be a release in itself. So being the witness of your emotions, almost having your inner adult with this sextile to Saturn playing out at the same time, connecting with your inner adult to hold a safe space for your inner child to express, or for your shadow self to express, and just to honor the emotions that are coming up, quite simply. Yeah. Yeah, my stellium and Capricorn feeling it too then. Definitely feeling the tension with the Aries moon to all of Capricorn placements for sure. Really interested in how this transit plays out. Couples counseling today, and it's interesting because he's a Pisces rising and Aries makes up most of his first house. So I'm hoping it helps him show up. Holding the vision of him showing up, feeling confidence with that Aries moon and stepping into his power in your counseling session. I think it's going to go well. But remember, the moon will be moving into your 8th house. So deep stuff might come up for you during that session too. And that's totally okay. That's what you're there for, right? Sounds like I'm going to have another round of interesting dreams. Yeah, especially with Pluto being your ruling planet, the moon squaring Pluto in the middle of the night for you. I know you always have that dream journal handy, but I'm very curious to see what powerful insights come through for you. Despite how he's been feeling, also we started dating and he proposed during an Aries moon. Gotta love that first house transit. You know I love a first house transit. I think that'll be great for him today. Yeah, holding the highest vision, and you're already setting the intentions of what you want to happen, which is so powerful, right? So those are the transits today. Feels, something else that has come through about Aries energy is like, it's extreme, right? It's very potent. It's very powerful. It's coming on strong. So again, looking at where Aries falls in your chart and understanding that wherever, especially this square to Pluto is playing out, 29 degrees of Capricorn, 29 degrees of Aries in your chart, that's really activating evolution. So by being the witness of our emotions, we're allowing ourselves to evolve. Sometimes evolution, a lot of times evolution isn't uncomfortable. So brings us back to our affirmation of the day, I am evolving, knowing that every feeling you're feeling is part of your evolution. The discomfort, the ecstasy, the wonder, all of it is here to help you evolve. And all of it is necessary, even when we don't necessarily like it, right? Okay, because I got to run pretty quickly here, we're going to do a quick tarot pull from the Universe Has Your Back deck, a very simple message from the universe to see if there's anything else we need to tap into during our time together. And before, as I shuffle, I love that you shared this, Rose. This energy is my jam. Sending everyone love. Yes. This energy is your jam. And as important as it is to recognize when we're feeling low and give ourselves grace in those moments, if you're feeling the heightened expression of Aries, if you're feeling the passion and the energy and the excitement and the fire, and it's really showing up in a beautiful way in your chart, like it's showing up for Rose, share that, right? Share the positivity while you have it. Thank you for sharing the good vibes and sending us love, Rose, because some of us need it today. And so sharing it when we have it, being generous with our positive energy so that when we are feeling a little icky, we're open to receiving that from other people. It's really beautiful that we're all different because we all experience the energy in different waves, right? Yeah. Reflecting it right back to you, Rose. Thank you for all the good vibes. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath together, sending our positive energy, if we have it, into the cards, or just as we release, staying open to receiving whatever wisdom comes through. Here we go. Breathing in. And release. What do we need to know? I love this. Very on point with what Rose just shared. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Rose definitely connected to her joyful presence today and attracting more positivity, sharing that positivity with us. But even if you're feeling like me today and the universe is kind of throwing you a curveball, if your live stream show open plays in a weird way, or you're feeling an 8th house transit or a 12th house transit for my Taurus risings, remember that even a moment of joy, listening to a song you love, touching your body in a way that feels good, giving somebody a hug, saying I love you, looking in the mirror and saying I love myself, those small moments help you attract support from the universe. So it's not like you have to be in this state of joy all day long, but having small and joyful moments can support us when we are having a harder time tapping into ease and flow and love and positivity. We can always make room for small, joyful moments, making ourselves laugh, putting on a funny show. Like even, life is such that we can experience joy and sorrow at the same time. That's what's beautiful about being human. So remembering, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this very quick episode of transits today. Thank you all for being my field producers, for helping me out when the show open was really funky. I appreciate you more than you know. If you're new here, I promise that doesn't normally happen. So tomorrow's show should be much smoother. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And I did learn something. This is a last little tidbit. I did learn something. I learned what to do if that happens again. I figured out a shortcut. So I wouldn't have learned that if it didn't happen. And that can be applied to, sometimes we got to go through hiccups and uncomfortable things to evolve and to grow and to learn. And it's okay if you're hitting some snags today. But if you're feeling the joy, share the joy with everybody else. For those of you who keep showing up, I absolutely love you. I think you are all so amazing, and I appreciate your support, the joy you bring into my life every day. Yeah, every small moment creates a ripple effect. Thanks for joining us today, JD. I learned just enough to follow along. Love the guidance and breakdowns. Hope to catch you tomorrow. We hope to see you tomorrow or whenever you can make it next. Corby, have an amazing day. Rose says, most of my 90-year-old patients and older say they make it a point to laugh every day. Some wisdom we can definitely carry with us for the rest of the day and really the rest of our lives. Laugh every day, even in the midst of sorrow. Find something to make yourself joyful and laugh and enjoy the joyful moments. Take it as it comes. Okay, sending you all love. I really do have to go, but I will see you tomorrow and whenever I see you next. Until then, I hope you stay curious. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning
right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.